headlines for this hour. VTV News. State President arrives in Tokyo to begin official visit to Japan. And revised telecommunication laws provides legal framework for digital transformation.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Hello, it's 8 a.m. local time in Hanoi. You're watching VTV News. State President Võ Văn Thưởng and his spouse arrived at Haneda International Airport in Tokyo for an official visit to Japan. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida and State President Võ Văn Thưởng will hold talks to review the achievements gained in the 50 years of diplomatic relations and discuss future directions for stronger cooperation. During the visit, which will last until Thursday, the Vietnamese state president will meet with the Emperor and Empress of Japan, the President of the Japanese House of Councilors, and the President of the House of Representatives of Japan. He will also deliver an important speech at the Japanese Diet. Additionally, he will attend a ceremony celebrating the 50th anniversary of diplomatic relations between Vietnam and Japan, meet with leaders of some Japanese political parties, and interact with the Vietnamese community in Japan. State President Võ Văn Thưởng will also participate in activities in Fukuoka. State President Võ Văn Thưởng and his spouse commence an official visit to Japan on Sunday. This visit holds significant importance as it aligns with the 50th anniversary of the establishment of bilateral diplomatic relations, further enhancing the extensive strategic partnership between the two countries. More to follow.
Although diplomatic relations have only been established for 50 years, Vietnam-Japan relations can be traced back to the 8th century, with evidence of trade and cultural exchanges in Hoi An. Over the past 50 years, the two countries have made remarkable progress in various areas of cooperation, including politics, economics, and people-to-people exchanges. Japan serves as Vietnam's largest ODA donor, the second largest importer of Vietnamese manpower, the third largest investor, and the fourth largest trade partner.
Japan is deeply involved in Vietnam's innovation and development. For example, in 2003, Japan launched an initiative called the Japan-Vietnam Joint Initiative to improve the investment environment in Vietnam. After 20 years, the initiative has helped Vietnam attract many investors from Japan as well as other countries.
The state president's visit once again affirms the party and state's consistent foreign policy, which considers Japan a leading and long-term important partner. This visit aims to contribute to strengthening political trust and enhancing cooperation in various areas during the new development period.
Japan wants to support Japanese companies to continue investing in Vietnam in the context of Vietnam's supply chain transition. Vietnam and Japan are two countries that can train highly skilled human resources in IT. Japan wants to realize the potential for the two countries to become innovation partners in green and digital transformation.
In the future, the cooperation between the two countries will extend beyond bilateral levels to regional and global levels. Both Vietnam and Japan are members of numerous significant regional and international forums. Therefore, the coordination between these two countries within these forums will undoubtedly make practical contributions to peace, stability, and cooperation for shared prosperity worldwide.
Based on the progress made in the past 50 years, it is expected that Vietnam-Japan relations will deepen in the new period. This will involve expanding into new areas of cooperation, with the aim of bringing mutual benefits and prosperity to the people of both countries.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, head of the steering committee responsible for implementing the National Assembly Resolution 98 on piloting specific mechanisms and policies for the development of Ho Chi Minh City, presided over the committee's first meeting on November 26. More on this in the following story.
Speaking at the meeting, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh urged ministries and agencies to promptly submit policies to the government for approval in order to remove obstacles and create favorable conditions for the rapid and sustainable development of Ho Chi Minh City. He emphasized that the implementation of the resolution over the past 4 months has led to innovative and enhanced mindsets, awareness, and approaches to the city's development, thereby promoting its socio-economic growth. The Prime Minister called for proactive leadership and increased coordination among ministries and agencies in implementing the resolution, emphasizing the need for comprehensive and decisive problem-solving approaches.
The goal is to alleviate obstacles and assist Ho Chi Minh City in overcoming challenges. City authorities should prioritize decentralization and streamline administrative procedures. Close coordination with ministries and departments is essential for expediting key projects. For instance, when it comes to the Ho Chi Minh Metro line, it is crucial to find a comprehensive solution that minimizes administrative procedures and overall project costs.
Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh has also instructed the Ministry of Transport and the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment to collaborate with relevant agencies in researching and enhancing the construction planning for Can Gio International Transshipment Port. The Ministry of Planning and Investment will be responsible for developing a project to establish a regional and international financial center in Ho Chi Minh City. The Ministry of Labor, Invalids, and Social Affairs will work with Ho Chi Minh City to determine the city's poverty standards. The Prime Minister has assigned the Ministry of Industry and Trade to coordinate with other ministries in creating mechanisms and policies related to the development of rooftop solar power in residential buildings, offices, and industrial parks. The plan should be completed and submitted to the government by the end of next month.
Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh chaired the second conference of the Coordinating Councils for the Southeastern regions in Ho Chi Minh City on Sunday. The purpose of the conference was to consult on the master plan of the region for the period 2021-2030 with a vision toward 2050. More to follow.
Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh, chairman of the Coordinating Council for the Southeastern region, stated in his opening speech that after the 13th National Party Congress, the National Assembly and the government have issued resolutions to implement the Politburo's resolutions on socio-economic development for various regions, including the Southeastern region. He requested that the master plan for the Southeastern region consider leveraging human and natural resources, culture, history, and external resources such as finance, technology, and management. This is to ensure the full and sustainable development of the Southeast, making it a dynamic and growth-driving region of the country. The Prime Minister emphasized the importance of prioritizing economic connectivity, transportation, national security and defense, and natural resources. Specifically, the region should focus on developing various types of transportation infrastructure, with a particular emphasis on air and water transport for international connections. The Prime Minister requested that conference delegates engage in discussions regarding development perspectives and directions for the region. The objective is to delve deeper into the solutions outlined in the Regional Master Plan, which will be submitted to the Council for consideration before being presented to the Prime Minister for final approval.
Welcome back to VTV News. Basic telecommunication services on the Internet, also known as OTT communication services, will be subject to stricter management. This is one of the new provisions in the revised telecommunication laws, which was recently approved by the National Assembly. The law also includes additional regulations on data centers and cloud computing services, aiming to promote the national digital transformation process.
In Vietnam, there are approximately 74 million Zalo users and 52.65 million Facebook users. 31.5% of individuals aged 16 to 64 use Telegram. These apps, functioning solely through the internet, offer calling and messaging capabilities similar to traditional telecommunication services, both within the country and internationally. However, this convenience also poses risks to information security.
The revised law contributes to managing OTT communication services better, thereby ensuring fair competition between traditional telecommunications service providers and OTT communications service providers. It also provides regulations to protect the rights of users and ensure safety and security.
Regarding data centers and cloud computing services, the revised law states that 100% of foreign invested service providers in Vietnam only need to notify or register with the management agency. They are not required to pay fees for telecommunications activity rights or contribute to the Telecom Universal Service Fund. However, they are obligated to ensure the security and rights of users.
The revised law ensures greater service quality management, clearer responsibilities of service providers, and protects the rights of users. Although it is a domestic law, it is expected to create conditions for domestic service providers to explore markets outside of Vietnam.
The revised law regulates forms of service provision, market participation, and operation. This legal framework creates conditions and more space for more specific regulations.
The revised telecommunications law is expected to promote the development of new types of services, ensure strategic security for telecommunications infrastructure, and better protect the rights of users in Vietnam. It will also contribute to handling violations such as spreading fraudulent messages and distorted information.
In addition to the allocation of $3.09 billion for implementing the national target programs for 2021-2025, localities have also prioritized approximately $1.57 billion from their local budgets to support lending to poor households and policy beneficiaries. According to Directive Number 40 of the Party's Central Committee Secretariat, localities are required to reduce public spending in order to prioritize poverty reduction efforts. The goal is to reduce the poverty rate as measured by the multidimensional poverty standard to 2.9%, the number of poor households in poor districts to about 33%, and in ethnic areas to about 17.8%. As of now, social policy credit amounting to nearly $26 billion has been granted to nearly 19 million poor households and policy beneficiaries. The movie Cho Tàn Rực Rỡ, or Glorious Ashes, directed by Bùi Thạc Chuyên, received the Golden Lotus Award for Best Feature Film at the 23rd Vietnam Film Festival, which concluded in Lâm Đồng Province on November 25th. The awarding ceremony honors a total of 20 prizes, including Golden Lotus and Silver Awards in various categories, as well as 24 individuals awards. Speaking at the event, Vi Kiên Thanh, the head of the Vietnam Cinema Department, highlighted that this year's festival had the largest number of participating films, with 146 movies in total. This includes 91 submissions comprising 16 feature films, 31 documentaries, 19 scientific films, and 25 animated movies competing in different categories. Additionally, 56 films were selected to be shown in the Panorama program. The 23rd Vietnam Film Festival showcased high-quality films to audiences, including top-grossing movies and internationally acclaimed films that portrays diverse and rich content, highlighting beauties, kindness, and Vietnamese cultural identities. The 24th Vietnam Film Festival will be held in Chi Minh City. And now, as usual, let's continue with the weather forecast. And that's it for this hour on VTV News. To rewatch the program, you can log on to vtvgo.vn or download a mobile application VTVgo. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.